My name's Lin, and I lead a R&D team that basically try to commercializing technologies from universities into instruments that can help researchers and medical professionals to help research diagnosis and therapeutics for hard to detect disease. And basically that's the main thing what we do. And I'm not going to talk about from a very high level. I'm really just going to talk about how we, as a small team, use AI to help our team to be more efficient and effective to deliver our impact to the mission we serve. So I'm putting here is just the instruments. So as you guys can see, we're mainly a hardware electronics instrument company. And we don't handle a lot of data because the instrument is really just to help the researchers to do their part. So how do we use AI? Before we start official webinar, Dr. Wang and we're just talking and we joke about this. It looks like the people that really makes money are the people trying to sell the AI courses. So that might be a lot of people's experience so far. But just a little bit context to share about what we do. As I mentioned, it's a research-based technologies. So a lot of basically trying to figure out how to transition from research to solve a lot of engineering problem, mainly mechanical, electrical, with some user interface. But we don't handle a lot of data, so it's not a traditional kind of AI company. And if anyone wants to connect further to talk about collaboration or share more details, ask any questions for things, please feel free to scan my QR code for LinkedIn. We'll be happy to connect and see if there's anything I can help you guys. Very quickly here is, even though my team is mainly a highly technology background, but because we are so busy, right? Even though we know that AI is transforming the world, but we kind of are always busy to really adopt that. I am among the people actually spend hundreds of US dollars to buy those courses, but because we're so busy, and I also share with my team with all the resources, but because we're so busy, we really didn't have the time to use it. So it's kind of very funny. But the turning point is when I went to a business conference and I started to hear a lot of people not with a lot of technology background really start to use AI and generate a lot of impact and revenue. So one particular one that I talked to at the conference was a real estate agent. She alone working with a virtual assistant in another country. And each year she is handling more than $100 million of real estate, personal real estate transactions. And I was really intrigued. I was asking her, how did you do those things? And she started to share with me, she's using AI really daily, training the AI to do marketing for his property. So he's training the AI model to, as long as she feed that script to the AI model, it really looks like her presenting her real estate things to her potential customers. And she's using all those social media, just really effective with just one virtual assistant. I was, wow. And I started to think about, it might be more about using it than about just learning it. And that's how I started to really encourage and work with my team to start to adopt AI in a hardware company. So really, when we think about a lot of the high level things that Dr. Wang and Jerry shared about, a lot of cool technology and other things, but in our daily life, we actually deal with a lot of things that's not that high tech. So for example, we deal with emails, we deal with research into different marketing, IP, things like that. We write reports, we write SOPs, and all those things not so glamorous, not so high-tech work can actually be the very things that AI can help us to be more efficient and more effective. So here's something that I kind of quickly use. So I actually use the Gamma paid version, so I have a little bit advantage compared to Jerry here. But basically, we also have the privilege to visit an AI robotic lab in Duke University that just really hear from the cutting edge researchers talk about what AI is good at and what AI is not good at, right? Just like what Dr. Wang shared about, even some basic things like folding clothes that a person can do very easily, but it's actually very difficult for AI to do. But the way we leverage AI in our daily life is really to figure out what we are good at. That's really what we need to do. and outsource, kind of delegate that, the rest of that to AI. So for my team, so anything related to physical part, right, engineering part, that we need to do. But anything is more about drafting, SOP, like I mentioned previously, writing emails for customers collaboration, report, PowerPoint. Those, even though they are, that anything that basically use computer to do, we try to do as much as possible using the AI tools. Um, so for there are a lot of tools. Right? It's sometimes very hard to think about where to start. Do I need to pay the premium to get a paid version? This tool, that tool. In our journey, it's really the turning point is the aha moment, thinking about, oh, all those not very technical person can start to do. So it's really about doing that. So I would say we started just to use Gemini, Google Gemini or Cloud, and just starting from just write email faster, more efficient. I actually introduced this tool to my collaborator and of the university professors, and that actually saved a lot of his time too. So it's not sometimes AI needs to be very kind of glamorous application like the cutting edge one, but just thinking about any daily task that can use AI tool to simplify that. And then there are a lot of tools that my team use on daily basis. They use some coding tools to help them to do the Python coding and user interface more efficiently. We use the tools to polish the SOP and write SOP from some simple lab notes. We also use Gamma a lot to do competitor product feature study. So previously we have to do a lot of Google search and use a lot of my engineering times, but now it's very fast by having those pre-written prompts to ask so that you can give a quick picture very quickly. And then just the things I learned, it doesn't necessarily have to be hundreds of dollars. So we used to pay hundreds of dollars to for some courses, and I even sent my team to some live training. But I found that it's actually you can do it much cheaper. We use Udemy. This is a kind of like a monthly prescription subscription, and it has unlimited courses that you can take. So I'm just screenshot one. It's the first year is $128. And there are just a lot of AI tools, AI for IP strategy, business decision making. So if you really want to pay some course, I think this is more value adding than a lot of those you see on WeChat or other social media. That's more like a may not be that applicable or efficient immediately. Um, so really from our own experience is that we used to be overwhelmed by the time and investment to do the AI, adopting that to our business application. But once we figure out we can just doing that by learning that by doing and really just solving some of this administrative, more repetitive work, then free our time up for more creative and strategic things. And that's really we see the benefit. And I think now we're in a very positive kind of cycle. So on a weekly basis, daily basis, we will encourage each other to say, hey, what are the new things you're using this? Oh, this is a thing you really can push down to AI. We also have a virtual assistant. So we also ask our virtual assistant working from a different country to use AI tool as well. Um, so really, I think I'm just very impressed and amazed by how some not very technical background people really inspired our team to be using AI more. And that really free up our team's time so that we can be more efficient and hopefully driving more impact to our mission. I want to show, so this is again very quick because our interest in the interest of time, but I would encourage any company can adopt AI. I would just quickly say Gamma is actually a very good tool. We use that for the paid version. It's really helpful. We use that to do product development, kind of competitive study, and that's just very quick and very visual compared to if you use other tools. And I will show one example just in the interest of time. So it's popping up. So this is a very quick thing. I'm just using the Gamma. I actually tasked my virtual assistant to do a competitor product research on how our technology compared to some other technology on the market and what kind of things we can do to really solve a unique problem that nobody else is solving at this point. So my virtual assistant working from Philippines, he is a I think biology background, so he doesn't even know a lot about our product. But with the AI tool and this paid version of Gamma, this is what he generated within, I think, 2 days. And I showed this to one of my marketing contractors or firm that help us on the marketing effort. He's like, wow, you said this is a thing that your virtual assistant can generate in 2 days. It's like a couple $1,000s if you really want a marketing team to work for you. So I'm not going to bore you guys with the details, but I just want to quickly show you very quickly you can use those tools to generate comparison of different products and then look at how you can use different marketing strategy to reach out to your customer base. And it's pretty low cost and very efficient on that. So hopefully that gives you guys some ideas about some low-hanging fruit in our daily basis that we can use AI to make our work more effective. All right, with that, I'll stop sharing. And then I will open up the floor for any questions for all the three speakers tonight, or maybe even to Holly as well for the club and anything that people want to ask about. Feel free to raise your hand so I can call on you. If you prefer, you can also type that in your chat room so I can ask that.